up, you guys? It's Mary
and Amma,
and we invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below. I know we have been away. We are so sorry, you guys. We pray y'all forgive us. But there has been a lot going on. We are in the process of moving. But we are back live and in action. And we are here to give you content.
Yes.
So we are going to actually first start off with what we missed last week. So,
yes, and then kind of merge it in with this
new episode. So we're going to be doing Married at First Sight today. That is reunion part 1 and part 2. We are currently watching it. Mm-hmm. But let's start with the couples. Lindsay and Mark didn't make it, which I called it. Yeah. I said it. But, you know, I just want to say Mark is a user. He actually used Lindsay. Yeah. Now, I know she is not a perfect human being. No. She has her issues for sure. But Mark also used her. As soon as he got his house together, he dropped her like a hot potato.
And I said so.
You said it?
I said so. I said, after they both said that they're going to be together, I said, watch and see. Mark's going to wait until his apartment is done. The house looking nice and fresh. Lindsay has removed those tiles, made everything nice and new. Just like how she did with when she went to help him move, when he didn't really want her to. He is going to wait until then. There's going to be a big argument. He's going to ask her to leave. And that'll be the end of the relationship. And it was crazy that same thing happened.
But you know, my thing is... Mark definitely used her, but the thing is, you cannot be used unless you allow yourself to be used. And we kept on telling Lindsay, do not be out here doing all this stuff for a man. No woman should sit here and put her breast in a man's mouth and say, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to take care of you. That's not your job. Let a man be a man. Yes, let a man be a man. There's nothing wrong with gender roles, and a man should be a leader. He should handle his shit on his own. A woman don't need to help you and como, like, bio you to help you do your house and all this stuff, because then he regrets you. And then not only do you go help him, like, it's one thing when you help your man and you're like all light and feminine and humble about it. It's like, oh, you need me to do this? Okay, I can help you.
But she'll call it out.
She said, I'm not a team for you when I go out there and put on my mother effing hazmat suit. So the man has built this resentment. Yes. He has now built this hatred. Mm-hmm. You stay putting him down. Mm-hmm. You know, you're there, quote unquote, bullying him. I mean, you're a grown ass man. If you can't have some cojones, I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you, brother. When he wants
sympathy from others, he will cry like
Zach and like Elijah did. That's now men stay crying. When the hell were men crying? Like, what is this?
They have gotten in touch with their, with the feminine side of them. The feminine side is about encouragement. No, I think it's on
the manipulative
side.
Being
there for someone, being kind. It's not about you crying at the drop of a hat. Yeah. Like, he cries more than Lindsay.
If I see a man, I mean, this ain't for all men, but if I see a man who has controlling, manipulative tendencies, I'm just going to look at him and be like, yeah, you a red mother effing banner. Got to get out of there. So, but that's what happened.
Okay, it is back on.
This is part 2.
I can't.
Dr. Viviana, please shut up for 2 seconds. Yeah, you're very T-Mark. Yep.
As though he is genuine. There we go. So one more dig.
It's okay. No.
Why you are a therapist? Shut up and listen.
So when I see these tears, I don't have compassion for him because I don't feel like they're sincere.
Now let me stop right there. Now let me say this. That shows that you've lost value for him, and you've lost respect for him.
Yes.
We understand the marriage is over, but one thing you can never lose is empathy.
The man uses
his tears. Is a manipulator.
How can you not
with
see
his
that?
Little hamster eyeballs. He's a manipulator.
God.
A lot as well.
How do I know that? I'm a crier.
But there's nothing wrong with him shedding tears. I don't want you to make him feel bad.
Oh, God.
You know what? For a therapist, y'all are really dense. Y'all are actually dense.
Very similar. And the fact that y'all don't like each other says more about how you feel about yourselves than each other.
Mark, I know you feel upset, and I'm so sorry you're so disappointed and sad. What have you learned about yourself that's positive?
The only reason why he started crying was because Dr. Pepper was not on his side.
Yeah.
And as soon as she started speaking about him, he wasn't crying when she was talking to Lindsay. As soon as she started talking about him, And what he needs to do. What did I say? He's about to cry. And surely he started to cry.
I'm not going to accept that. Yeah, everybody should move forward. I think it's time for everybody. And we want the best for you. That's what I'm saying. We want the best. We want you to be happy.
Lizzie.
Lizzie looks damn good. Lizzie looks damn good, though.
She's done crying.
Listen, thank you two so much for sitting down and having this, at times, tough conversation.
I'm getting tired of this host. He need to go somewhere.
Quick break, but when we come back, I'll be joined by the whole.
Lizzie, please don't lean towards Mark.
Good luck, y'all. We got a bartender on the set.
Coming up, I just think it's kind of sad that you can see that and I kind of feel bad that's how you spoke.
I just said I felt bad.
It didn't really sound that way.
Oh, God.
Oh, it mutes it.
I cannot with
Mutes
this.
it all.
I can't with
This
this
is
dude.
okay.
I
My
cannot
thing is,
with this dude.
Lindsay can be a lot of things, but so can you.
Yeah.
She never once, when you needed her, left you in a ditch.
Mhm.
She might have been mad at you. She might have cussed you out the day before, but she was still there for you. For you to go tell her, sell your place. We're not breaking up the cat. We're not breaking up the family.
Yes.
And then you decide to
Yes.
dump me a day before my apartment, before somebody's moving into my apartment.
Yes.
You are effed up for that.
And not too long after her grandma died, she said.
After her grandmother died, you don't go and do that. I don't care how. And the thing is, it's not like she was threatening to kill you. She was threatening to divorce you. Like, it was threats. It was too many threats. Did she put a knife to
And
your head?
all she
Did she
said
put a
was
gun to your head?
because
Oh, okay.
They had both talked
I
about
can't with
him
Mark.
not going to, continuing to work the job that he had. And after everything was done, he conveniently begins an argument that night when he's supposed to give her an IOU because she moved into his place on her birthday weekend. And
They were working on it up until her birthday weekend. She said, "Look, I really want us to push and try to finish it before my birthday weekend, so I can go to dinner and we can go get massages and stuff like that." So 6 weeks after her birthday, she never gets her birthday after she's worked like a dog. But
he
then
tells
when
her
she
an
says,
IOU.
she
He
says,
will-
"I owe
yeah.
you. I'll do it later."
Yeah.
So 6 weeks has passed, and she was like, "So when am I ever going to get my birthday dinner?" "Oh, it's too late now, so I ain't gonna do it."
That's
the least you can do after I've helped you fix up your home, which will probably be for another woman.
So that evening, when this is a convenient time, they have nothing to do. He knows that she'll be looking forward to the massage, obviously. Then he decides to start an argument. Because this is how it works with these people who manipulate. He decides to start an argument. That job that we said I was going to keep, I don't want that job. No, I'm going to be going back to that job, right? So first they had said that he was not going to have that job anymore. They had decided that, but he said, I'm going to have to go back to that job. And she's like, if you go back to that job, we're going to get a divorce. Of course, the argument starts now.
Yeah.
Which was his intention all along. Let me give you all advice for women specifically. When you begin to see a man have this pattern where out of a drop of a hat he'll begin to start arguments for no reason, all of a sudden you guys will be arguing about something. When the argument is over, you sit down and you think to yourself, how did this ever even come about? Like, why did we even begin to argue? And you begin to realize that he's starting these arguments on purpose. What you need to do is don't take the bait. Prepare yourself, because he will come at a time when everything is really lovely.
You're in a great place.
You guys are in a good place. That's when he'll start these arguments. And you have to be ready for it. So when he does that, you remain calm. And really watch the pieces. You're going to see. You're going to see how those pieces are going to fall. And exactly what he's going to say. During that time, open your ears and really listen to what he's saying. And listen to the nonverbal cues, because he's really trying to tell you how he feels about you and how he feels about this relationship. When you see that at one time, you need to begin to strategize. How this relationship gonna end.
A man who's there for you is not gonna start arguments, and then also men will do that when they want to leave the home, especially if they're cheating. They'll start
because
arguments.
they don't want to break up. They're not gonna break up.
Men will listen. If y'all don't take nothing else from this tape, Men will never break up with you. Take that advice and take it with you for a very far distance.
Yeah.
As a woman, we just have to be strong and
You have to know
leave.
what your standards
You have to know what
are.
your standards are. Don't settle. None of this foolishness.
I'm so happy that Lindsay decided to leave him. She didn't stay with him. But she knows who she is. Let's see.
Mark doesn't know that.
Entire Boston.
I am baffled.
Mm-hmm.
Baffled.
Baffled.
You
I don't-
are such a fucking victim.
Yeah,
Like,
Mark's still
I
being
am-
a victim.
Like, I cannot. Like, how many times you gonna milk this cow
I
of
don't know.
victimization?
Mhm.
You also did. Listen, a woman
and-
does not act crazy with a man just off of whim.
Yeah.
It is typically
Yeah.
95% of the time the man's fault.
Yeah. But you know something? They both do it though. Like she also acts as the victim. And we did say that.
Yes, they
and
both
so does
do it.
Mark. So
But
does Mark.
he's
But the
extra
thing
milking
is,
it.
What I don't like is this Kevin host going out
Say
of
you
his
were
way
bitching.
to make
That is not
sure,
your place, boo. Just sit
like-
yourself down.
like to make sure like. Well, can you apologize to Mark for the time when they went bowling and she was talking about he needs to give her an effing orgasm and he's gymming?
And he said,
yes, all of that was below the belt. We were all horrified.
But he doesn't need an
But
apology now.
he doesn't need an apology now. If I was there,
I would have been like, no.
I'm not apologizing.
I'm not apologizing.
And
Next.
F you, Kev. I am not apologizing
Yeah.
to him because I do believe they already squashed that together. They've already squashed that. She doesn't have to apologize a second time, especially when that man has kicked her out now of the house
And the
after
way-
she worked herself to the bone to fix up his place. No, I am not
just
apologizing for a
cannot.
damn thing with him.
And then Olajuwon, this what we then as she's looking around or whatever, Olajuwon said, "This is what we talked about, accountability." I was like,
needs
"What?
to just
You
sit down
are the least
somewhere.
accountable on this show, and
Yeah.
you are the biggest A-wipe I have ever witnessed
Yeah.
in my whole entire 24 years of life.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't believe
Yeah.
this is accountability.
You're
What the
too
hell have
evil.
you taken accountability for anything?
Yeah,
I'll
hot
be
mess.
24 in July.
Uh.
But I, like, Lindsay,
Hot
no,
mess.
nobody there is your friend. Nobody there is
They're not
your
your
friend.
friend.
No.
Then, and that includes Olajuwon. Stop talking to him. Okay, go on with
Olajuwon
your
is
life.
toxic.
Do not be his friend because when he was sitting down with the other man, he was talking about you. My thing is, Lindsay has problems. It's not like she does not. Because we will talk about it the whole show. All this time we'll be talking about Lindsay.
Yes, but
However,
Mark also.
Mark can be such a victim. Mark does things to trigger her.
Mhm.
Mark is very manipulative.
But he's really milking it this
And he
reunion.
is really milking it. And as soon as Dr. Pepper, when everybody was talking at Lindsay and about Lindsay, and first, Pastor Kyle said both of you trigger each other, and then Dr. Pepper, she talked to Lindsay about things that she can do to be better. Then as soon as she starts talking to Mark about things that he can do better, this fool started crying. Like tears came out of both eyes. He wasn't even I was just like, miss me with that mess.
And then my thing is, Dr.
Miss me with that
Viviana,
mess.
you are a therapist. You're supposed to be unbiased. Do your damn job.
I'm happy that Lindsay told her,
Team Mark. Like, literally.
Like,
Like,
come
oh my
on.
God, no. Let her not be honest. Let her not be honest.
Hot mess. Anywho, let's move on to the next
I
couple.
have an issue with all these therapists, and I have said it from the beginning.
I know.
Let's see if she's going to
Okay,
apologize.
Don't do it, Lindsay.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Look at him.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
Just a moment.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
No.
No. She's going to do it out of peer pressure, though, I think.
You know, Mark, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. And then I just, got so angry so quickly.
Did you apologize when he told her to go get a drink?
I could, I would, but I can't. And I hope you can accept that.
Mark, is there anything else you need an apology for?
Oh, hell no.
What?
Now Steve is like, do you need anything else an apology for?
No,
This-
Mark, speak up. This is your moment.
You have
Oh,
got to be kidding
Oh
me.
my God.
Moment, and
Mark,
you can
speak
never
up. This is
say
your
what you
moment.
can.
This fool. How about all the apologies you gotta give
Stop
her?
looking at him, Lindsay.
Okay. Here's what's happening, Lindsay. Mark says you spit on him. Did you spit on him?
No.
Mark, did Lindsay spit on you?
She spit on my shirt.
So she spit on you.
When did she spit on you?
I said I want to spit on you, but I don't have spit to spit.
I think he's really hurt about what he perceives as being spit on. That's something that hurt him.
I'm sure.
Well, no, he's hurt. He's hurt. And let's all acknowledge our portion in what went down.
Okay,
It's
how?
okay. If it happens, it's
Get your filthy hand off me, Elijah.
I know.
Accept that apology if you did that, Vince.
I understand.
I'm telling you now, as your friend, leaving this couch.
You're not a friend.
Doesn't believe you. It makes you look bad.
You're not
Who
a friend.
gives a damn?
For both of you. If you feel that, at least give him that apology because he was good to you.
What?
So, Vince, I'm not gonna say no more, Vince. I'm trying to look out for you.
What?
Mark. I'm sorry. I'm sorry in that argument that we got into such that toxic level. I'm sorry if in this close contact conversation there's spit that landed on you because I think that's super disrespectful.
I think that's what hurt the most,
What the?
I can't watch this no more.
What?
Let's say this. At the end of the day, you apologize. Apologize. That's it. All right. Can we switch to a lighter note and let's talk about the intimacy exercises that you all received from Dr. Viviana? Let's watch.
I never seen
I
some
cannot.
bull crap like this
I
before in
cannot.
my life.
So,
Anyway, we'll be back. Anyway, I'm sick,
Yeah.
and I mean, whole thing with Lindsay and Mark.
I
too
just
much.
feel like if you're gonna ask her to start apologizing for all the things that she said to Mark, why doesn't he apologize for the time he had sex with her? 5 times, and then later on said that they need to now
Take it slow.
Take it slow. Like
And
all the other things that he said to her. When he said to her, let her go get a drink. Why does he apologize for that? Like, it's just a moot point for her to start apologizing to him now.
I would have never done
It's
it.
just
I would have
ridiculous. I would not have
I would have made them
apologized. I would
all
like,
feel
no.
awkward. I wouldn't
No,
even say
I'm not
anything. I would have
apologizing.
been like,
Where's my sorry? Like,
I
it's
would have just
ridiculous.
stared at all of them idiots. I'm not apologizing to this idiot who almost kicked me
Anywho.
out. Like, it's just
He
too
kicked
much.
her out. Not almost. He kicked her out of the house.
I just thought that was crazy. Like,
And I
y'all
knew it
cannot
was
sit
gonna
here
happen.
and say that Mark is a 100% victim.
I am happy that the person on Twitter said that he is full of stuff. He
He is full of SHIT. He is.
Anywho,
Anyway, I'm so
moving
done.
to the next one. How about
Jasmine and Michael.
Yeah, Jasmine and
I
Michael.
am shocked.
No
I
longer
cannot.
together.
Yeah, they broke up.
What was so shocking about it? Because in the
I-
beginning we had said
She's
from
not
the
into
very
him.
beginning we said she wasn't into him. We allowed ourselves to get all wrapped up, thinking that they were really together.
Well, Mom, we didn't get wrapped up until we saw the progress. But you know what?
we were getting really
But you know what I realized?
snowed
They communicate, but it's surface level
It is.
communication. Like, they got to a place where they were actually cordial and they were civil.
They weren't yelling
but
at
they
each other.
weren't
They weren't
at
fighting.
You're right. But they weren't at a place where they trusted each other enough to be like,
vulnerable.
this is what I want. This is what I
Exactly.
need.
Exactly.
This is where I think you are wrong.
Yeah.
Or whatever. They
That trust
were
wasn't there.
communicating, but the trust wasn't there. The vulnerability wasn't there.
No.
Definitely not on Jasmine's side.
No.
And
And I think that
That's what killed the
Michael was not
relationship.
doing it because of how she took a lot of things. She was very.
she was very.
She gets upset very easily.
I don't want to say aggressive. She just got really upset really
very
easily. And she just was doing too much. Like, I
Yeah.
just felt like she needs to nurture that feminine energy. Like, she was so masculine. Like, almost, not like she was like Lindsay, like a baby Lindsay almost. Like, with the way she talked to Michael sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of felt like
Well, she
It
doesn't raise her voice.
she doesn't cuss him out and
She doesn't
disrespect
curse him out.
But it's just the
She
way
doesn't hit below the belt. However,
It's just
there's
the
different
tone.
ways to cut someone, right?
And you
You
can
can-
only
you can
tell a
cut
man so
someone-
many times that I don't like you, I'm not interested, I don't got romantic feelings.
Yeah.
You can only hear that so much. Even as a woman, if a man keeps on telling me that, I'm not thinking, what the hell, look like Boo Boo the Fool? I ain't staying around for you to continue to say you don't like me now.
Well, not
So-
only that, it will be very hard for me to open my heart to you.
Yeah, because then it's like, you weren't interested in me at all to begin with. So what am I really doing here? And I will always feel like I like you more than you like me.
Yeah.
And really, both parties need to equally feel like they both like each other.
Yeah.
At least on the same level.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't agree with experts trying to bring them back together. I think that Michael needs to move on with his life. And Jasmina, good luck.
Jasmina, I really do think that she had a good person. I really do.
She just wasn't feeling him from the beginning. She saw him. We could tell.
Yeah.
Just like Elijah wasn't feeling Katina, not falling for that stuff.
Oh,
right
we
now.
gotta talk about that too. But Jasmina and Michael,
yeah, I mean,
I just felt like there's just so much that a man can take, and I feel like Jasmina, the conversation was surface level. I know it said they had communication, and I mean, we both fell for it. We both thought that, they're communicating, but they weren't being honest. I thought it was very odd that he did not
weren't being vulnerable,
not at all,
and them moving away from each other.
I thought that was a wrong decision. Y'all could have got vulnerable if y'all stayed together.
Yeah.
Like, y'all should have had a plan of action, but he's like, oh, no pressure or whatever. But the thing is, with Michael, I feel like after I kept on saying, I'm not interested, he was like, you know what, let me, like, alleviate her of some pressure, so maybe then she'll come back around or whatever, stuff like that. Yeah. But then you guys are both saying that you're trying and you're both putting in effort, but nobody's communicating what they need. Yeah. Like, you can have if you say your love language is gift giving, but my love language is affection, and I'm giving you affection, you're like, but that is not my love language. I can't receive it. That's why you need to know what your person's love language is. Exactly. And he has also said that his love language is affection. Yeah. But you're not giving him any of that. And then on top of that, you are also telling him every chance he gets, my stuff not getting wet for you. Also, my thing is that was a low blow. That's why I said baby Lindsay. Yeah. But I just felt like, you saying all that. I also feel like Jasmina is somebody who is going to lead. Mm-hmm. And it does not help a relationship when one person is an overthinker and the other person needs somebody. Like, say, Michael, he's very calm. He's very, calming or whatever. Poised, she is a little bit, I'm going to tell you how it is and I'm going to be blunt about it. Yeah. A woman like that needs somebody who can be a leader and tell you what needs to happen. And you can
be blunt about things. You don't have to be hurtful.
Right. Like,
there's a difference.
Yeah. And also, I don't really even like that word blunt because I just feel like it's a pass for you to be an asshole. Yeah. So whenever somebody tells me that, I'm just like, yeah. Stay the hell away from you. Yeah. Yeah. So I just felt like he needed to be a leader. Like, you are a man. Like, at some point, you have to get out your own head and direct this relationship. Yeah. Even if she's saying, I'm not interested or whatever, I feel like women are attracted to men who lead. Women want a man who's going to say, like, lead them in a calming way. I felt like he had that kind of thing about him, but I feel like he overthinks too much. And overthinking will destroy a relationship because you're overthinking, but you're not communicating.
When he tried to be a leader, she talked about his aggression and his tone.
There's a different way to be a leader. Like, when there's subtle ways to be a leader.
So I think after that, it was just kind of like, okay, if I'm just talking to you, you're thinking that, how much more I put my hands on you, like touch you, or try to like start some romance.
She grabbed her bottom,
and then you start feeling he was asleep though.
I don't think he was asleep.
No, he said he was asleep. How much more I put my hands on you, like try to do some romance, what are you going to see then? So I think it spooked him.
Yeah.
And the other thing, though, that was weird, I didn't understand. Y'all tell us how you feel about this. She said he never responded to her text.
I don't know what's going on.
She was texting and he wasn't responding. I don't know what was up with that.
Well, and I feel like
he never got a chance to really explain his points, but because Pastor Kyle jumped in after she had spoken. Yeah. So he never got a chance to really even say his side of what happened.
Yeah, my issue is I just feel like, they just weren't meant for each other. Jasmina has a lot of healing to do, and she also has a lot of work. Like, there are some things that are fundamentally wrong with her whole personality that is going to... I'm not trying to be mean. Wallahi, I'm not. But I just think there's fundamental issues. You being aggressive, not aggressive, but you being so, like, out there. Like, you have to have a level of respect and discernment. I'm not going to sit here if I'm in an arranged marriage. My stuff might get wet for you. It might be as dry as the Sahara Desert, but you'll never know. Yeah. You don't go and say that. Don't go and say that.
Yeah.
And then you keep on saying, I don't have feelings.
Yeah.
You can always be like, I want to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I see myself getting there.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully we can work on that and maybe include some more romance. You can say that without, you can say that you don't have those feelings without actually saying it. But also it gives the man hope.
Yeah.
Like, Jasmine, if Michael kept on telling you that I don't like you, I'm not interested in you, you probably would have been out the door day 2.
My stuff is dry.
Like
I know.
Like
If
my
a
penis
guy
not
tells
getting
a
hard
woman
for
that, yeah, if my guy tells a woman that, he messes with your self-esteem. He's like, should I even be with this woman? Like, should I even be with this person?
Should I even waste my time?
Yeah, and I felt like he's 1 foot, even though he said yes on decision day. I felt like he's 1 foot. I think he was waiting for something to see from Jasmina. And if he didn't see it, he was out the door. That's how I felt.
Yeah, I got that feeling too.
That's how I felt with him.
But
he wasn't going to waste too much time. Because she had pretty much told him quite a bit during this whole process.
The thing is, you're breaking me down, and that's something that you can't really come back from. I do not see myself coming back from me putting myself out there for somebody who keeps on saying that you don't have feelings for me. Exactly. You will not see me. I'm not. Because the thing is, you have to have respect for that person. You might not be feeling it, but if you want something to work, you don't just go and tell something that. Just like with Lindsay when we were saying, like, there are some things that you just don't say. You might be this person, but you have to have discernment. And it's called common sense, which I think we all need to make sure we have.
There's a way to say that. I think, like, if you are not feeling someone, like, physically, there's a way to say that and still encourage them so that you guys can be together.
Like, how do you expect him to make a move or to romance you and you are beating me down? Like, he is a human being. You know what I'm saying? So that's my issue. Like, Jasmina, there's only so much. But like you said, I don't think she was feeling him. I think she saw the height and she was like, it's over. It's over.
Like, I was in an arranged marriage. And
with who?
I don't know how you don't know that I was in an arranged marriage. How do you not know?
Oh, with Betty. I was like, you were married twice. You would never tell me this.
How do you not know I was in an arranged marriage?
I thought you said you met him at the mosque.
Yeah, we met, and 4 weeks later we were married. It was arranged.
I'm thinking it was in the traditional, not the traditional, but in the sense where you go to the altar and you see them for the first time.
It's still arranged.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, y'all. Mom wasn't married twice. She was married to one time with my dad.
Twice with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They broke up, got together, broke up, got back together, hun.
Okay. Anyway, I was in an arranged marriage, and I'm not gonna be too long on it, but I was kind of having those issues. But there's a way you say it to say, hey, you know something? I'm not, the same issues that Lindsay was having. This is not happening for me. What can we do to ensure that this will work? And so, one, the way you say it makes the other person like, oh, okay, that's not happening for you. Okay, we got to work on this. Okay, let us try this, let us try this. And once he got it, that was never an issue. So, but it all comes down to your delivery. If I was like trying to shoot him down and ensure that he never talks to me again and the marriage is over, it's a different way I would have said it. So I just feel like Jasmina, like you said, it's either something that she has to work on, like someone has to really... something is, and I don't know if it's healing she needs or if it's kind of like a class on how to communicate effectively with someone you love. I mean, she's gonna need that, or she might run someone away.
My thing is, you have not been married up until this point. You haven't even been engaged up until this point.
Yeah.
So I can only say that it's probably something that you are doing. Even your friends said that
you're harsh.
That you are harsh, and that you always think you're right. She's like, I'm not like that. So The lack of accountability.
I know.
That's also an issue.
Well, lack of understanding yourself.
And lack of
awareness,
empathy.
self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
That you have these flaws and wanting to correct it. And when someone tells you you're right, no accountability. Like the friend told you about yourself and right away he's like, I'm not like that. But you are though. And she's your friend. That's why she's telling you.
That's my issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want her from Michael, that's for sure. Michael is such a sweet,
and he's been through
peaceful,
a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't need someone like that. He
you
really
need to be with
doesn't.
somebody who's self-aware. You know, I feel like I felt like it could have worked, but
he needs to be with a kinder soul.
And then even at the thing,
a little rough.
Yeah, even at the reunion part 2,
yeah.
she made it a point to say, I don't see us being there at all. Because the therapist was like, maybe it might not be perfect now.
Yeah.
Maybe down the line, which I think it could happen down the line if she gets some goddamn
But she
help.
was like, no.
But she's like, no, I don't see that happening right now.
And they
so
tried
even
again,
as
she said it again.
And even
Michael
as
was just silent.
Yeah, because he's used to it by now, and it's like he'll be in an emotionally abusive relationship. It's like it's bad enough that we have broken up, but you want to shoot me down. So, do I think that it was caused? You know the whole thing with the divorce. What I'm thinking is, I don't think it was just some fights over a computer. I think that it was also about
probably her delivery.
I think everything that she did throughout the marriage.
Like, what? You don't lost your damn mind.
We'll be back. But yeah, Jasmine and Michael, I wish they would have worked it out. Well, I don't know if I think I wish they worked it out. I just think that, I pray you go get some healing, Jasmine. And I don't even know if it's healing, but I don't know what it is. Usually I say the sister needs a healing, but I don't know. I feel like maybe the reason why she is the way she is because she had no body, so she tries to hurt people before they hurt her.
She needs some
because
tools.
she did because she was raised by her teacher, basically.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that is. Healing, therapy. You just need to know how the hell to talk to people, especially people you love, because you obviously have not been married all this time for a reason. And accountability will be awesome, girl. But pray for you, Michael.
Yeah.
But he did say somebody has piqued his interest.
Yeah. You'll find someone.
Yeah. Anyway,
absolutely.
Let's
moving along to
Katina and Olajuwon. They're together.
Listen to
That's
me.
the biggest joke I've done seen in my life. And you know what I thought was so odd?
What?
He proposed to her. That ring looked like it was from Walmart because it didn't sparkle. But you know what he said? I got her this ring, because the thing is, all those people that were talking bad about her,
haters.
all the naysayers, I guess us.
Talk about him.
Yeah, all the naysayers that would say, you need to leave him, you need to get out. Well, because she didn't listen to y'all, look at where she is now, with a ring on her finger, and a big smile on her face. That's the only reason why he did it. You just keep on showing your ass. Keep on showing your bare cheeks.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the reason why he's still there.
I'm not falling for it.
No, I'm not falling for it.
I'm not falling for it. And Katina, her bags were so damn low. Girl, if
she had the bags on her eye,
I'm
and he
not
made a
falling
comment.
For it.
He made a comment about how, he's not the best. We have our issues. And she kind of looked at him. It was kind of like maybe his way of saying sorry for whatever he just done did before this whole reunion. Yeah. Please, we are not falling for it, Olajuwon. Yeah. We're not falling for it. You guys are not going to stay together. And when he was even, let me tell you,
and if you stay,
his hand was like this, and he remained like this. It did not even touch her. Yeah. It wasn't even touching her. Look at his hand. There was nothing like this. It was like this. Not even touching her at all. At all. Even when he put his hand on her waist, he was not touching her. His hand was to itself.
If he stays with Katina for more than a year or two, it is strictly because he's trying to prove something to all of us. But there's only so much that man will be able to take. So, do I think he's genuine? No. Do I think they're going to last? No. Do I think that she needs to get out? She's in the sunken place? Yes. We praying for you, sis, because the fact that you attracted a man like that says a lot about the healing that needs to be done. Okay? Because at the end of the day, y'all, you either attract what you are, or you attract what you have not healed. Point blank, period. If you are not in an amazing place in your life, you are not going to get a good partner. So don't even look for love. Because it'll be 30 years of hell and wahala. Yeah, I'm not buying the whole thing with Olajuwon. I just think it's pathetic. I feel bad for Katina that she is still here with this man who's going to continue to stress her out. I don't think he's learned jack shit.
No.
I think he's putting on a show like a
put on a
pure
show.
narcissist
Yeah.
would.
He
So,
came out to put on a show.
That's it. You
That's
haven't
all.
learned anything,
No.
and so I don't even like this.
Yeah.
Y'all have exhausted me. Like
He
I'm here
did not-
stuttering. I know how to speak, but I'm just stuttering because I just can't. You talk.
He did not know. He did not want even Kevin to even say anything. He was like running in front to do damage control, and that's the feeling I got. All of part one.
He probably
Just tried
was
to do
watching
damage
all
control.
the shows that people
Of
were saying
course,
about
and
him. He's like,
listening,
they don't
of
understand.
course.
I'm going to show them.
Of
I wouldn't be surprised if he
course.
stalked our channel. You know? So I'm like, I'm not buying it, bro.
There are a lot of people who were talking about him, not just us. And I'm sure he was just like trying to do damage control.
Yeah.
I need to, I learned a lot. He kept on saying. And Katina kept on looking at him with those bags under her eyes.
And I never
And
once
I
heard
was
him
just
giving
like-
Did he apologize to her?
No, he was just like, she's so patient. Katina,
She's so patient,
oh,
and because she
Lord.
didn't listen to the naysayers, look at where she is now.
Yeah,
She probably,
whatever.
y'all probably have had 10 arguments since that whole thing.
You are not
So-
fooling us, Olajuwon or Katina.
You
are
need
not
to just
fooling
learn
us.
how to be a good person and go get some damn therapy.
Yeah.
Like, just be a good person. Be a decent human being. Like, I
And
just
it
can't.
was odd. He said that after he talked all about that house, he got his house. It was very odd that he said now he lives in an apartment. It's almost as if,
Somebody told him to get out.
no, it's almost as if, you know how sometimes when you're with some of these men,
Because you
who
could have
can
just
be
let her revamp
quite
it.
abusive. It's like they want to suffer with you. So they may not even want you to be in a nice home. They rather you go into an uncomfortable environment and suffer with them. But you
Yeah.
know something? As soon as they find the woman that they really want, they kick you to the curb or they do stuff for you to leave. And then they go with that lady, and the next thing you know, they got a big old house, a comfortable place for her. But with you, who they didn't want from the beginning, they have you in some messed up places, suffering with them. So it was very odd when he said he's no longer in that house.
The one that you paid for and you were raving and like
No, I don't
holding over her
know.
head how
Yeah.
I'm established and you're not because I have a home. You get rid of it. Very suspect.
And now they're in
and now
an
you live in
apartment.
apartments. Even the thing is, all she said is, "Can I make this place my home?" Like
I'm just
I could have painted
yeah.
the place. I could have put in new furniture like that. But you decide to go and be in an apartment. And the same thing that you were nobody told you to get rid of your house. Like that makes
it's not going to work. Let me
Yeah.
just say that this man did not like, just like Jasmina did not like Michael from the beginning. Olajuwon did not like Katina from the beginning. Just like that other girl. What's her name? What's the other
And
girl's
when he
name?
said he never
Kelly.
dated a black woman seriously, but he would be sleeping with them, I mean, that just solidified what we already knew.
Yeah.
So I mean, boy, bye.
Yeah, it will be interesting to know what is revealed next week when they do Where Are They Now. That'll be very interesting.
I don't know, but
But,
Katina looks stressed again because they're going to have a Where Are They Now? But let's move on to Lisa and Chris, and then we're going to
Lisa.
do Noe and Steve. Noe and Steve are fine though. Well, let's do Noe and Steve and then wrap with Chris and Melissa. Noe and Steve, they seem like they're in a good place or whatever. She seems quite comfortable, quite resting in her feminine energy.
She don't see that bank account now.
Yes, honey.
Okay, she's like, ooh, he really don't need to work. Neither do I.
Hello, and then also Steve's ring. You could tell those were real diamonds. That thing was sparkling, and then the fact that Olajuwon went out of his way to try to get a bigger ring than what Steve got, but it looked cheaper and the quality. So I'm sorry, that ring that Steve had it was crystal clear diamonds.
Yeah.
That one was, I think it was at least 2 solid carats.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Stephen Noe. You know, I'm happy that he has put her worries to rest. She's resting her feminine energy.
Yes.
She looks better. She's
not
better
talking
hair.
about him having a job no more.
Hello.
And she's not even talking about her jobs. But she did talk about that baby that they're going to have within a year.
Hello.
Because she knows that he can afford it.
And honey, that acne is disappearing.
It is.
When you're not stressing in the job you hate. Psh. And she got a better hair color. Because I thought the hair color she had actually made her look sick. Like, it just made her skin look sickly. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But she looks so much better.
She does.
She needs a darker hair color. Like, for sure. So,
happy.
she just looks happy. And she looks good. And I'm happy for them both.
Hopefully they'll move in together. Because I was surprised to learn that they didn't move in. But I thought she told the women at the back that she's planning on they're going to move in together or
I thought
something.
she told Steve that. I don't know.
So
Well,
I was...
hopefully we'll
like,
know the truth on where are they now.
Yes.
But let's talk about Chris and Alyssa. I'm a
I am
good
really,
person.
I know, I was about to say I'm really a good person. Oh, Lord. Girl, you're a good person.
It sounds like you're
It's
trying
okay.
to convince yourself.
Yeah.
And
she did the same thing. She did the same
stay
thing
gaslighting.
that Mark did, Elijah did before him, Zach did in the last Married at First Sight. As soon as somebody called them out on their BS, like Dr. Viviana started calling her out, they start boo-hoo crying. It is a manipulation tactic.
Yeah. I've just, I actually can't with Alyssa. I'm just happy that, Chris was the one that had the most sense, I felt.
Yeah.
He realized this shit wasn't working, and he exited stage left. I don't think you should give people second chances. When they show you who they are the first time, move the hell on.
Yes.
Save yourself the heartbreak and save yourself getting attached.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he had the most common sense this whole season, personally.
Yes.
When something ain't working out, just move on. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. Because at the end of the day, you're not an expert. You a human being who don't know me. So, you don't know me. You don't know me. So you can't tell me that from your expert scientific expertise that this is going to work. And they always say science can only go so far, then there's God. God knows me best. So if I know, I got to get the hell up out of here. I'm chucking up the deuces.
He was gone.
I mean, that man, he gave her a chance, but you only
started
going
to see the right.
Look,
He said, "Okay, I'm gonna finish that sentence. That's right on the wall, right there."
Bro, there's only so many times you can tell me you a good person to treat me like shit. You ain't gonna pee on me and tell me it's raining now. You're not finna do that.
I heard that from somewhere. We heard
that was Family or Fiance.
Oh,
remember that episode?
Family or Fiance.
It was the one that I sent you.
Yes. When the mother was asking her, yeah.
Like, I mean, for real. People, listen. It's just best to walk away before you have feelings, because then it's much harder.
That's what Michael should have done to Jasmine.
Yeah, for real.
And just be like, something, it's time for me to go.
Because why stay in something that won't work eventually anyway? You know yourself. The thing is, you don't have to kiss a lot of frogs to get to your prince. You don't. Mm-hmm. You just have to know when to check.
And in this case, you don't have to kiss a lot of witches
to
get to your princess.
Hello. That's what we gonna call it today. You ain't gotta kiss a lot of witches to get to your princess.
You do not have to. Okay.
So I'm happy that Chris left her. Alyssa with her crazy ass. And I'm sorry. That girl is not like some spring chicken. She looks like a wrinkled orange.
Mm-hmm.
Like
just coming with the
I mean, God bless him for him wanting to see. I mean, he ain't no spring chicken either. He need to go get his teeth fixed. But I mean, he definitely need to go get them things whitened.
Well,
He need to go see my past orthodontist.
But the bottom line is,
he tried to see beyond that.
If you look at both of them physically, right,
they're
about the same.
Yeah, for sure. They're on the same level. It's not like she's better looking than him. Like, they're on the same level.
Like,
they're on the same level.
And if he can see the beauty in you, Elisa, you also can see the beauty in him. But like Katina and Jasmine were saying,
I didn't like how they kept on.
She likes a
country boy
because she rides horses and I don't know, flips haze. But okay, what does the cowboy have though? You want a cowboy, but how is he on the inside?
And girl,
It doesn't matter how he is, just as long as he's a cowboy. That's it, girl.
it was
I mean, you're old enough to be thinking a little more deeply than just you want a cowboy. This is not a romance novel.
Yeah.
This is your life.
Sometimes you have to really think what is most important. Y'all know I stay on here and I be talking about how I want a man with height. But
Right.
if I find a man who's on his dean, he's a good person, he is a provider and protector, and he's like 5'9", I'll take the 5'9". I gotta get the 6'6". That's fine. But you have to be able to decide what's Chris said,
important?
what are the big boxes? And is it okay if all of them don't check out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Sierra Russell. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not some guy with edge
Yeah.
and is super tall, but I personally, I feel like Russell has edge. He's an
Yeah.
amazing man.
Yeah.
He provides for
That's
her. He
edge
protects
enough for
her.
me. He's stable. That's edge.
But I think he's
That's an anomaly.
But he's super funny, and he has his little witty jokes that he be saying
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
exactly.
So, and just the way he looks at her, and
Look.
even when he said that, what got me was when she was on that music video. I like the way I ride or whatever. She was on that bull and all what. I thought that was really cute. So, you
He
have
has
to
edge.
choose. You have to choose and pick your battles.
Yeah.
But Alyssa's not ready for marriage.
It's
Jasmine is
it's
not ready for marriage.
Look, we see where the edge takes Nicole Remy in the courtship.
Yeah.
To a whole, she has let a whole bunch of good ones go, looking for that edge, girl.
Oh my God! It's the
Stop.
finale tomorrow. Ah,
We're gonna be there
live.
live.
We ain't missing no days for that one, hun.
So we're gonna
But-
definitely try to catch up.
On all the ones I know we have to
All the
do,
ones
put a
we
ring
missed,
on
yeah.
it. It's Love of Huntsville. We have to do the Love Match Atlanta, which has been quite interesting to say the least. But yes, y'all, that was Marriage at First Sight. Is that it?
That is all.
Well, I just wanted to make a quick point. You said this.
Yes.
That I didn't like how all the men came together to talk about how the women did all
We're
them
awful,
wrong.
yeah.
Y'all didn't do that with the women, where y'all sat down and we talked about how all the men did them wrong.
No,
That
we
never
talked about
happened.
what they thought about what each of them did that was wrong to the men.
So y'all like
So
to
you talked
pit
about the
to
same
women.
thing.
It's like putting women against each other, but
Yeah.
y'all didn't do that with the men. So that's my issue
Yeah.
with the
We
show.
need another host.
We need
apart from
another
Kevin.
host. Like, go away. You know what I'm saying? But that's that narrative thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, the brotherhood. But also my thing is, I feel like as women, as a collective, we just need to try to be there for our sisters. And
Yeah.
when we are in a
And
group
not
of men,
allow
men to
someone
slither
to-
in and
and
break us apart.
put us against each other and us talking against each other.
That's my issue.
You know
what I'm saying?
We should be on code.
Yeah.
When that happens, we should be silent. We can do it behind closed doors. But don't do it while the men are watching us as we go back and forth with each other.
Yeah, it's
Just
just like,
learn. We're gonna have sister code.
yeah, sisterhood. Point blank, period.
Mm.
So, but that was it, y'all. That is Married at First Sight. I know we talked y'all ear off, but we want you guys to fire down in the comment section. Let us know what y'all thought of this.
Yes.
Who are you disappointed by? Who are you happy for?
Yeah.
Or who the hell you think needs some goddamn therapy?
Mm.
You let us know down below. But it is Mary
And Alma.
signing off. And we invite you guys to like,
Share.
subscribe
And comment.
down below.